but I'm standing here on behalf of the family and because of Pathushan. It's very, very hard. Time maybe fly fast, 2 years. Still, I'm grateful to you all, each and everyone, those who are gathered here to remember him and to do something good to save another person's life. So I warmly welcome all the campaigners, those who stood from the day one with the family and supported. And I was in the court of the coroner's hearing, and I saw when they read out the campaigners' letters, the need of a bridge or crossing. I warmly welcome that because it's important, because one is too many for us. And he was a promising son, an eldest son in the family. Is very hard. I can't answer the mom and dad and brothers whether we will get the same love, affection thing. And he's a hard-working son who went to university, not only building his own future, but also being a role model for his brothers and friends. And he's an artist. Some of the pictures here, which he painted. And he's a musician. He composed music for his primary school. If you go onto his website and you can check those things. And again, he's not a person who is selfish. He wanted to do something good for the common good. That's why he ended up his life here without knowing that morning that he may not come back. He got up, got ready, called the friends that I'm ready, right? And they all joined up and then started to move forward. But unfortunately, that's what the God wants, right? So it's very, very hard since that day. And sometimes when the front door opens, the mom feels, is that my eldest son coming home, ringing the bell, or calling, where are you, mom? Right? So that kind of a theme that as a humans, we all experience that. We all go through that emotional match. And thank God that you all have a good family, healthy family, and God has blessed you in such a way. So therefore, this kind of a tragic theme shouldn't have happened to anyone, any family. On the day when I heard the news, I was shocked because I know him from the childhood. And then when he came to the funeral and everything, we couldn't say many things. Now only we are slowly coming to terms and reflecting and checking his photos and stuff. It's very hard. It's difficult to understand, but we all gathered here with common purpose to save another life, to do something good as a community, as a diverse community. That's what the proudest thing here, right? No politics, no religion, no thing. Everyone come here with the humanity, right? With the love. That joy should be spread to every household or whoever use this footpath or cycle path or walking or horse riding or whatever you wanted to enjoy in a different way. That this is the only route for the local community. So now we wanted to see how best we can protect that space. That path should be given some sort of a status in order to make sure the health and safety is as number one priority. We lost our son. We know that we can't get him back. But at least his life should be taken seriously. I used to be a councillor for 20 years in Newham. I know how the bureaucracy or the politics works, right? In one example I can give you, it took 24 years for me to change the one-way system of a road. It was a nightmare, right? Unfortunately, that's how the local government sometimes works. It's very frustrating thing. I know that there are two councillors here. With respect to their hard work and their support for this initiative, is understandable that how we sacrifice sometimes things. And this particular family has sacrificed their son, right? A promising son. He should have finished the university, find a good job, contribute to this country, socially, economically, politically, and culturally, as part of his contribution and part of his life. And then he committed himself for £200 charity money, but ended up paying more than how much is
16,000.
15,000 to that charity, and it's for the voiceless people, for the children of a particular country. I think that's what the charity has initiated. And then we don't know whether that's reached the people and is that enough, right? But we wanted to do something more. People like you are the people who can able to do that. It's not really money, it's the spirit. What you feel is more than enough for his good cause, right? Unfortunately, he lost his life, and I can see that some of the young people are here, and he will be a role model, right? He has inspired many young people, bringing them together to do something good for the common good. That's charity. And cycle race is one of the passion for him. And that morning he came, and that morning itself he's gone. Right? That's God's wish. He gave and he took. So one of the things which reminds me is the golden heart stopped beating, the hard-working hands at rest. God proved to us that He only takes the best, so therefore He has taken the best. So today, as friends, as family, as relatives, as well-wishers, as the campaigners, everybody gathered here to remember him. It's a blessing, and especially for the mom and dad and the brothers. At least they feel the brother has opened his arm to the wider community and reach out. That's helped them to bring the community together, because we as the Sri Lankans, as the Tamil community, we have a rich culture. We integrated. Right? People came to this country with the hope of having a life, running away from the war. So that gave us a home. You didn't give us a house in Britain, you gave us a home. So in that, no, I wanted to see that how best we understand the great sacrifice of his life, which will change to protect, because I was on the court, coroner's court, and giving evidence and talking on behalf of the family. The judge or the coroner agreed certain things, but again she has to fall within the line of guidelines and stuff. But as a local authority man, I feel sometimes sad the bureaucracy works in different ways. I don't know whether anyone from that county council officers would have visited this place, right, and seen the reality, right? If it is their son or daughter, first people, they would have been here, because we know we hear all these campaigns and everything. Sometimes the bureaucracy doesn't allow, the politics doesn't allow, and more than everything, the money, which need in a greater sense to implement the theme. So today, the number of people, those who are gathered here, giving us a promise of hope that this is going to be a reality. The bridge, what you are suggesting, I don't know practically, I'm not a civil engineer, so there's a one civil engineer here, so he may be able to guide some of the people. But what we wanted to see is that everyone who crosses this path has to be on a safer side. Safety is important, and this is a healthy living, because at the moment what we see around the world and here is everybody is health conscious. So this is one of the key thing, active, cycling or walking or horse riding or whatever you try to do in your own way, that's bring a healthy life. So for that, many people are advocating. Some people may be not able to do that, but still your hearts and minds are there to have a healthy living. And also wanted to make sure that everyone who crosses path should be safe, right? So on that note, you have already suggested in a way that my humble request is, he has given his life. So whatever changes come here is going to be a positive one for everybody. So whether it's a bridge or whether it's an underpass or whatever you crossing, please name that as a Pathushan bridge or Pathushan crossing or whatever. So that has to be come from you, the campaigners, the people, to the politicians in the council or the county council, to make sure that stand and the local MPs has to support, and they have to find some money from somewhere, because it's easy to put in a statistics, right, marking how many lives has gone, because this is one is too many for us, for the parents, and also those who are using this part has to make sure that enough is enough. We need to change. There's many things changing in the world and here, so we wanted to make sure that this young man's life should give a safety net, a safe footpath, and also everybody to enjoy this crossing rather than emotionally crossing this one with a high risk thinking or having. Now I can see some of the signboards are there, because I was visualizing in the court. I thought it was a roundabout. Now when I found the car on the other side and crossing, only I found the risk, how much is involved. So we need to see how best we can jointly, wholeheartedly support this campaign. I'm grateful to the people, those who initiated this campaign, in order to have a safe crossing. So your work has brought us together as a family. We may come every year and lay some flowers, but it's not going to bring the son or friend back to us. But if we all join together and everyone, those who are crossing, is safe, that is bring some joy to the family, some peace to us in our hearts and mind. At least Pathushan has not gone without doing anything. He left that morning to do something good, at least permanently until we leave. We can see that he has left something permanent, something constructive, something good for all, everybody to enjoy and have a safe crossing. So once again, I take this opportunity to thank all the campaigners, all those who are involved from the day one, your flowers, your card, your thoughts, everything sustain us in a way to peacefully remember and passing the days gone by is very, very hard. So even in the future, how we're going to jointly work together and put that pressure to the politicians, to the officers, to make them understand and work together to make sure they deliver something permanently. And we need to get the local MPs support as well, because without the political support, we may not able to work. But I do understand that it's a greater question is, where do we find the money? Who is going to fund, right? But sometimes money is not the issue. The issue is the will of the authority, of the people who understand the greater need. Another person's life shouldn't be lost here. So in that sense, first priority for us to make them understand. Then definitely money will come. If you want the money, definitely the money will be there, because there is so much of money wasted in different way. People, those who are involved in the local authority, they understand how that money is get wasted, right? Sometimes you get frustrated, you get angry, you say, oh, we elected them to represent us, but they are not doing the things. So that is the kind of a politics. I'm not going to do that here, but what I'm asking, or I'm begging here, that let us all join, come together as one family, as a greater campaign group to protect another life and make sure that something is permanently sustainable and is delivered by the local authority for the people, those who are using this park or footpaths, for everybody to enjoy. Every child should be protected. So, on behalf of Pathushan, if he would have been here, he would have been in the forefront to organize another campaign. But unfortunately, now we are organizing a campaign in his name. So let us not lose the hope. Let us not differ the things. Let us come together and see how best we can make sure that he rests in peace with something happened in his name. So let him rejoice in the heaven that at least when he was here, he did his best, he tried to do his best. Now even in heaven, let him rejoice. At least people are gathered in his name. That's what he wanted. He wanted to bring the people together. Initially, I think about, the French can say, about 10 people wanted to be on the cycle race. Then on the day, there were 25 or 30 people turned out. As soon as they saw it, because that's how you bring the solidarity, right? The connections. So what else can I say? It's difficult, but I think without any emotions, I stood here in good faith, trusting each and every one of you did the good campaign and going to continue to do the good campaign and make sure that you change the hearts and minds of the local authority beyond politics to bring something good for the common good, for everybody to enjoy here in the name of Pathushan. So finally, I take this opportunity to thank God and also you all individually. And again, I'm asking, this is my humble request. The parents didn't know that I'm going to ask this. They didn't tell me anything. This is just when I'm coming, it came in my mind, right? What can I say at the end? So whatever decision you make, or bridge or whatever, name after him.
Yes.
Name after him. So that will be a legacy. We pass through this world only once. Therefore, let us not defer or neglect or ignore any good that we can do. Let us do it now. Let us not defer or neglect or ignore any good or any kindness to our fellow humans, because we may not pass through this world again. So on that note, I once again take the opportunity to thank each and everyone for coming today. From the day one, your continuous support and thoughts and love and care was, I can't put that into words, because it's very much needed to the family, and you showed that love, you showed that care, you stood with that family. So thank you, and especially for the friends. Now you are seen, right? One of your brother, right, took that initiative, but today he has inspired you in a different way, right? So make sure you learn something good, because we may not pass through this world again. So whatever Pathushan did something good, take the best, take the good thing, and make sure that you add that into your life as a cream of the cake. And then you also have a bright future. So thank you. God bless you.